Hey everyone, so today we're going to go over Newton's second law. Now Newton's second law states that the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force and inversely proportional to the mass of said object. Furthermore, the acceleration and net force always act in the same direction. Now what do we mean by this? So if we were to go, so we can show this with a formula. So we can go the net force is equal to mass times acceleration. And if we were to isolate for acceleration, we would get A is equal to F net over M. Now seeing this, since it's directly proportional, if F net were to go up, A has to go up. That's just because it's proportional. If the net force goes up, the acceleration goes up. And because M and acceleration are inversely proportional, if M goes up, then A goes down, which makes sense. If you take a number and you divide it by a certain number, it will get smaller. And if you divide it by a bigger number, it will get even smaller. So that makes sense. And now that we know this, let's go over an example. Let's say we were trying to increase the force by a factor of 6 and increase the mass by a factor of 2. What would happen to the acceleration? So if we take our manipulated formula and we go A is equal to F net over M, we'll see that if we multiply the force by a factor of 6 and we multiply the mass by a factor of 2, our acceleration would increase by a factor of 3. Now let's try another example, and feel free to pause the video and try it on your own. But let's say we were to increase the force by a factor of 10 and reduce the mass to, let's say, 1/3 of its initial size or initial value. So A is equal to F net over M, and then A is equal to 10 over 1/3, and then we multiply it by the reciprocal. So A is equal to 30. So the acceleration would increase by a factor of 30.